Hello, my name is Paul and this is Missy, and together our channel is Posture Pilates. So today I'm going to guide you through the knee stretch series. This knee stretch series consists of round back, straight back, extended back, knees off round back, knees off straight back, single leg, and attitude. If you enjoyed today's video, then please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. If you wish to be notified of future video releases, then tap the bell icon below. It's free of charge, it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us to grow the channel and create more content such as this. Also, if you have any exercises that you would like me to cover, then please leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching and enjoy. I'm going to perform the whole series on 2 red springs, but this could be performed on 1 red and 1 blue. Starting with round back, kneel onto the carriage with the feet against the shoulder rests. The spine is flexed into a C-shaped curvature, with the back of the pelvis drawn under, sitting back slightly towards the heels. The hands are on the footbar, shoulder distance apart, with the arms slightly bent and elbows angled backwards. Stabilizing the torso and arms, inhale and extend the hip and knees to move the carriage out, aiming to maintain the pelvis and spine in the same position. Exhale and flex the knees and hips to return the carriage in. Inhale, extend the hip and knees. Exhale, flex the hip and knees. Aim to maintain the spinal flexion, especially as the hips extend. Think of resisting the carriage in slightly, working against the springs. Perform 8 to 10 repetitions before we transition to straight back. We now bring the spine into a neutral position. Once more, inhale and extend the hip and knees to move the carriage out, aiming to maintain the pelvis and spine in the same position. Exhale and flex the knees and hips to return the carriage in. This could also be performed with the outside foot resting on the floor. Here, you would fully extend the back knee and hip, engaging the thigh and glutes. Then allow the knee to return to the carriage as it flexes. Once more, perform 8 to 10 repetitions before we move on to extended back. We now move the spine into extension, ensuring it is stabilized and supported via the abdominals. Think of moving from the thoracic as opposed to the lumbar. The sternum lifts. Inhale, extend the hip and knees. Exhale, flex the hip and knees. Maintain scapular stabilization throughout. Avoid any movement from the shoulder joint. Keep a strong abdominal support. Moving to knees off round back, lift the hips up into elephant round back, before flexing the knees and hovering them as low to the carriage as possible whilst maintaining the flexed C-shaped curvature. Inhale, extend the hip and knees. Exhale, flex the hip and knees. Keep the knees as low as possible, returning the carriage fully with each repetition. Aim to keep the tailbone tucked under, lumbar flexion. Switching to knees off straight back, once more pass through elephant to lower yourself into a neutral spinal position, with the knees low and hovering. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Maintain strong head and neck placement. Watch the head isn't hanging low or the neck is overly extended. Complete 8 to 10 repetitions before we transition to single leg or bicycle. Starting from a plank position, Inhale and take the right foot away from the shoulder rest, flexing the hip and knee. Exhale, extend the right hip and knee to bring the leg in line with the torso, simultaneously resisting the carriage in with the left leg. Inhale, flex the hip and knee. Exhale, extend the hip and knee. Aim to keep the pelvis and spine in neutral. Watch for any flexion or hyperextension of the lumbar spine. Transitioning to attitude. Inhale, press the carriage out, now flexing the spine and drawing the right leg in towards the chest. Exhale, extend the right leg, in line with the hip, lengthening the spine to neutral. Inhale and flex the right knee into an attitude position, simultaneously extending the spine. Keeping the carriage still, exhale and extend the right leg as the spine lengthens into neutral. Inhale, flex the spine, hip and knee. Exhale, extend the spine, hip and knee. Inhale, flex the knee to attitude, extending the spine. Exhale, extend the leg, returning to neutral. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Aim to keep the carriage as still as possible on the attitude back to the extension. Replace the right foot back to the shoulder rest as we now commence the single leg or bicycle on the left leg. Inhale, flex the hip and knee. Exhale, extend the hip and knee. Avoid locking the elbows or overflexing them. Transitioning to attitude. Inhale, flex the spine, hip and knee. Exhale, extend the spine, hip and knee. Inhale, flex the knee to attitude, extending the spine. Exhale, extend the leg, returning to neutral. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Maintain abdominal support during the spinal extensions. Replace the foot onto the shoulder rest before gently resisting the carriage all the way in. If you enjoyed today's video, then please consider liking, following, and sharing.